how to hold your ground in any argument. Still, you have got to learn how to handle people, especially in times of conflict. If you want to get anywhere in life, whether it's a displeased customer or swinging a trade in Monopoly, a tableware lingo no way goes out of style. Dissensions are necessary. You won't always see eye to eye with others. You do not want to be a pushover, but you do not need to burn islands moreover. I've gotten enough good at getting what I need without having people feel as though they've been run over. The key is addressing differences without cleaning everyone in the vicinity. From a cerebral perspective, boundaries are the internal, emotional, spiritual, or relational limits on who and what kind of influences you accept into your life. How you anticipate to be treated depends on your particular history and tone evaluation. But before starting, let us understand what does it mean to be assertive and holding your ground. Being assertive is not the easiest thing to jump into when you are shy, so maybe the stylish way to start is by explaining what being assertive is not about. Being assertive doesn't mean being aggressive. Numerous people confuse the two or believe that you have to attack another person in order to assert yourself. But that is not the case. Being assertive doesn't mean that you make demands or tell someone what to do. And it also doesn't mean that you are only trying to get your way. In fact, you can be assertive and still find a way to nicely compromise with someone. No problem. 1. Be specific and speak easily. You cannot assert your study or passions if the other party is not sure of what you are trying to say. This means that you need to know what it's you want to say. However, do not say anything if you are not sure of the point you're making. However, boil your allowed down to its most accessible form if you are sure of what you want to say. Stay on content and say exactly what you mean. You also need to make sure that other people can literally hear what you are saying. Enunciate your words and design your voice from your diaphragm. This is tough when you are shy, but flash back. You do not need to say important. You just need to say what you feel needs to be said. Take a deep breath and get the words out as easily as you can. 2. When someone attacks, state them out. As you grow more confident in expressing yourself, you are also going to have to learn to face those who want to stamp you. There will always be people whose personalities are set to attack mode. It's important that you remain calm but assertive if you feel like someone is trying to bully you. Do not allow yourself to get frazzled or reply with low blows. Do not feed to them or allow them to blackjack you moreover. Walk the high road, but stand your ground. 3. How to be heard I statements. We are heard much more easily in an argument when we can label our passions. I felt really hurt when you did not call is a lot more effective than you are so unreliable. I knew you would forget to call me. It's hard to argue when someone tells you how they feel. We do not inescapably have to agree with our mate's passions, but we cannot dispute that they have them and can hopefully find ways to validate them. Validating doesn't mean having to agree. This is a good skill to exercise. We may not always agree with our mate during arguments, but we can absolutely find ways of making sure our mate feels heard. For illustration, with the below script, I felt really hurt when he did not call. Formally puts our mate into a less protective place. It leaves us more open to the capability to validate our mate. We have further room to respond with. I can understand how my not calling moment left you feeling hurt. That wasn't my intention. It's important to end the judgment there and avoid the ever tempting but at the end. The thing then's connection and empathy, not winning. 4. Keep calm in the moment. Getting angry or worried incontinently tends to look offensive. However, take a deep breath. Count to 3. If you are feeling crack up, you will handle the situation more once you have had a moment to ease your pressure. In numerous situations, it's okay to be quiet for a moment. However, tell them that you need a moment. I am feeling a bit protected right now, and I am taking a breath so I can respond with a positioned head. If the other person expects a quick response, not every conflict needs to be addressed incontinently. In fact, occasionally, it can help to stay a day or two so that the situation can cool down. 5. You may be right. This works because it shows amenability to compromise. This signal is enough to soften utmost people's position and allow them to take a step back as well. Yet it's hard to do. Occasionally, My guests worry that giving an inch is veritably close to giving in. In my view, it's generally the contrary. Admitting someone additional's point of view generally leads to a softening. Look at some exemplifications. Comment: blue jeans are not applicable to wear to work. Response: you may be right. Comment: this design is going to be late. Response: I'm working on it, but you may be right. Comment: you didn't handle that veritably well. Response: you may be right. Notice that with this aikido, like sidestep, you aren't agreeing that the other person is right. You're only admitting that there might be commodity to their point of view, and inferring that you all consider what they said. 6. I understand. These are important words. They work because they offer empathy. They stop an argument by changing its direction. Trying to understand someone additional's point of view is not an argument. They are occasionally hard to say, because breaking to understand can occasionally feel like giving in. It's important to flash back that understanding does not mean you agree. Understanding does not mean you have to break the problem. With the pressure to assert yourself or fix it out of the way, you can just hear. 7. Be patient. Many, if any, will embrace your idea as much as you have. After all, we all have our own dockets, so be realistic with your time frame. Know that it will take time and trouble to convert others to borrow your idea. You will hear analogous counter-arguments raised multiple times. Anticipate it. Upgrade your ideas to reflect that you're hearkening to others. And flash back that tolerance also requires that you keep your cool. Keeping your cool doesn't mean you roll over in the face of your opposition. It's essential to continue to project passion for your ideas and demonstrate your inner resoluteness. When you encounter review, counter with an argument that positions your idea as doing what's stylish for the association, not simply yourself. Channel your energy into your idea, and you'll stay cool while your idea stays hot. Defending yourself without being protective will bear practice. You can exercise by having trusted associates pepper you with questions about your ideas. This will help you upgrade your speaking style. Work on relaxing your facial muscles, or indeed smiling. You want to radiate control. You aren't in control of how others reply, but you're in control of yourself, which is essential to demonstrating leadership in the face of opposition. 8. Offer and reason if you made a mistake. It's important to take responsibility for your conduct. Indeed, if you authentically did not mean to do commodity, responding with it was an accident comes off as protective, since you are not admitting what you did. However, also apologizing shows that you accept responsibility for what you did. Indeed, though you did not designedly do it. If your conduct discommoded or hurt someone differently, you are absolutely correct. It was my responsibility to turn in the design on time. And by not doing so, I caused the platoon to miss our deadline. I apologize and will stay late moments so I can turn in the design by tonight. I am sorry for participating that composition on Twitter before. I was not apprehensive it was racist, but that's not unreason. I have deleted it and am going to educate myself further on what racism looks like. I did not intend to leave you out of the party, but I see how it came across that way. I should have asked rather than assuming you did be busy. I'm sorry. Apologize for your conduct, not the other person's passions. It's important to admit your part in why they feel the way they do. Justifications like "I am sorry you are offended" or "I am sorry, but you are not polite" either do not show the other person that you understand why they are worried, and can come off as dismissive. So this is all for today's video. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so that you get notified as soon as we upload a video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in next one.